Well, New Year's is one of the deadliest times of year for drunk driving. But as our Caleb Green found, a Fulton resident is taking the wheel to drive those numbers down.
In 2023, drunk driving killed 10,511 people in the U.S. That's about 28 to 30 people per day who lost their lives because someone decided to drive drunk. This daily average is even higher on New Year's. Fulton native Caitlin Chilcote is driving to lower that number one carload at a time. It started 5 years ago when Chilcote was leaving her church New Year's party. She says that everyone telling her to be careful driving home from the party inspired her.
So I posted on Facebook and I was like, if you need a ride home on New Year's, just shoot me a message. And that year I had 8 people in my Camry at one time. So after that year, I knew that there was really a need for it. And it was just a nice way to start my year out by serving, doing something for others.
Fulton Police Chief Brad Rogers says if you're questioning whether you're good to drive, you're probably not.
If you have to discuss it with yourself that you're fine, you're not fine. If that's the case right there, if you had more than 1 or 2 drinks, then you need to make sure that you have a designated driver. So you're meeting dozens to hundreds of people every time you get out on the road and potentially putting yourself and their lives in danger.
No matter what, if there's a holiday, there's going to be drinking and someone's going to need a ride home. And I would rather just step up and do it than them risk it, because a lot of people will risk it.
Chief Rogers says there's a couple things that feed the drunk driving numbers.
It's lack of options, and inhibitions are lowered at that time, so it makes them feel like they can do it on their own.
This is the 5th year Chilcote has stepped in as a volunteer designated driver.
And I don't gain anything from it. I just show up and do it. You see a need, you fill it. If I was to put a price tag on it, I feel like less people would be inclined to utilize it.
She says she's more than happy to give her time for a good cause, even if it does mean missing out on some of the fun.
My reason is pretty simple. I just like to be the hands and feet of Jesus and serve where I can. And it just sets a nice tone to start the year off by serving and sacrificing something that I could be doing so someone else can have fun.
Telling your story in Fulton, Caleb Green, WCBI News.
And what an awesome service she is offering. And there are 13% more fatal crashes on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day than the previous 4 weeks in the same time frame.